Do these cars look better over time? I'm sure they do. What is it about this car, right? Does it come up on camera? Yeah, it does. Even though the lighting's all wrong, what's going on? The car looks like a fucking jet. Looks mad. Okay, so this video, despite all the videos I've made, and yes, that's 2 alphas. Don't ask. Don't ask. But yeah, all the videos I've made, all the idiosyncrasies, all the scope for changes. Right. Yes, I've changed my screen. Now, this video, I'm going to pause because the Pandora now overrides the camera with the latest Samsung update. I'll just... Okay, so I paused the video because I just previously tried to shoot and the Pandora overrode and shut the camera down. Okay, now, quick vid. I don't have the energy at the moment, all the time to put the scanner on it, but the launch scanner, since I bought the car, I've noticed you can reinitialize the TPMS, and we don't have the TPMS set up in Australia, which is very disappointing and just revolting. We're big WRX buyers. We've held that brand together when the North Americans, you know, they didn't even know what they were, okay? Australia's like key market, right? And to not get the TPMS, and what this is about is, can we initialize the TPMS? Coops, I don't know if you're watching. Can we initialize the TPMS here? So for me to try it out, I've got to research, which is one thing when I've been moving and always busy, but another thing is that I have to get the TPMS sensors. So what, baby, what's going on? He thinks we're leaving. He loves going in this car. He threw up today down there. Just a little bit, but yeah. Bibs, can we initialize TPMS sensors? Calibrate them, set them up, because my scanner, and you know what, I wouldn't go on that scanner, but my scanner says that the system is on and active, as in it's there. The system is here. I believe it's here, and knowing Subaru would be able to maybe turn it on through the dealer, or even maybe on that crap shit launch garbage dog scanner I've got with no backup support or tech support. And yeah, it's easy to go buy Snap-on, la la la, but I've seen Snap-on and that down the other workshops. For the cars I specialize in, I've got full range functionality: Volkswagen, Audi, Mercedes, BMW. I can reprogram injector amounts, so it's not that I do, but you can. So yeah, can we initialize the TPMS? Jeez, he's gagging for it. He's just gagging for a drive in this car. It's like me in the morning, baby, when I get in the car, eh? Up. There goes the iDrive. I mean, why shouldn't we have TPMS? Guys? Okay, how boring is this video? It's fucking boring. If I fucking tell you what's going on in my life at the moment, probably no different than anyone else, but I guess it's just a time where I would normally not make videos, put it that way. And for those very few people would think about it carefully, and I know who you guys are. There's times in your life when, you know, if you have children and whatever, that you don't want to make videos, you automatically don't do it. So at this time, I'm making videos now as an outlet. I will get it more together. There's plenty to make. Also how this, the roof rack's dented my roof. Guys. Okay. Which when I took it off, I don't even care. Like, I love the car and I respect it, but I knew it. Like, what happened was, I'd driven into a garage door in the building, right? And the garage door compressed this. And it's a two-part video. Like, fuck the way the roof racks mount on these cars. I said it before I even did the job. But as in the strength of this thing, right, can withstand massive compressive forces, right? And a vehicle in motion and not crack or give in. Fucking made in Sweden. Now, yeah, so plenty of videos, but TPMS, we should have it's a vehicle that adversely reacts to differing tire pressures. Like, if you guys have the engine and have the downpipe or just the minimum basics that I have, the peasant, what can we call it? Peasant class basics. What would you call it? Like, what I've done is nothing special. It's very easy. There's a bit of trust involved with the tuner and stuff like that, but I know when I've got no detonation. What's that now? What's that stain, I wonder? It was never ever there before. This seals very nicely around the engine, by the way. But yeah, with these mods, right, standard is an issue with differing tyre pressures. But when you've got mods and that little bit more power, or a lot, okay, and you put 40 in the front tyres, do it and tell me what you guys think. Make a comment. I'm not going to say, because I've probably mentioned it before, but TPMS, that's what we want on the 2018. I haven't heard a word about it. Wouldn't that be disgusting if the TPMS was not brought to Australia? Subaru from Japan should call me directly. I'll be happy to come to Tokyo and tell you what we want. The problem is master technicians at Subaru. The issue is that we are a very small market. The projected sales was only 300. Okay, I know you're a publicly listed company. It's all about the dollars, but is it really all about the dollars? I mean, you guys, come on, like, look at the car you've made. It's fucking beautiful. Okay, is it like I'm in lust and love? And it's not. I'm a very reasonable person. For me to love a car this much, it's almost the perfect car. We all know that the next thing up to this, okay, is the Macan. Okay, Audi can shove it with the S4 and all their bullshit cars. We all know that. We know what the Audis are. The Porsche was always the next thing up in the dynamics and stuff. To not have TPMS in this car, okay? So 36, 34, 38 PSI. And in Australia, we go on metric for everything. And then we talk tyres and it's PSI. Some of the younger guys, I guess, are KPA. But what's that? I know that 1 atmosphere is 14.7 PSI, right? Which is sea level, which is 101.7 kPa or something like that. So please, guys, can we reinitialize the TPMS in Australia without me texting you, Coops? I don't know if you're going to see this. Let's do a test. Could anybody watch this for longer than 8 minutes? No. So that's that. TPMS styling, roof rack damage. Now, I did leave them on a long time and I knew it, but this damage was done outright when I hit a garage door and put massive compressive forces here, or very, very over compressive forces, and that'll be fixed. Yeah, it's not nice. I'm not boasting about it, but it's there. If it's happened to me, it's happened right now somewhere else, somewhere in the world. Someone's got those dents. So, yeah. That's that. Very, very happy with the car overall. Loving this car. Darting around the city. The temperatures are reduced slightly. Less heat soak. Even though it's still there. I mean, with the turbo where it is, it's not in a good spot. We all know that. We all know. We need 2 tiny little turbos. 2 tiny little fucking variable vane turbos. Okay, front mount intercooler and a top mount intercooler. You could never get rid of this scoop. So how about bring it on, 2 intercoolers, 0 lag. So then you need 2 electric pre-turbochargers. I don't know much about them, but I've always wanted, you know, I used to draw them up and imagine and do all those, you know, think about putting it. I always said, like, ever since I saw a 1985 Nissan Z, was it 85 or 87 Nissan Z? And it had a fan to cool the fuel rails. But looking at that system, they were the days. They were the days I used to put water injection on my VL turbo with the fucking RB30 ET, right? Water injection, micro switch on the throttle, and off it went, fucking washer pumps with irrigation things with water injection. And when the system broke down on a big run, off went number 6 piston. Bang, crack the rings. It was mad. By the end of it, we'd come in here and just do a whole nighter and just pull the fucking piston out and change it from the bottom end without putting the fucking head out in the end. That's how it rolled on the VL. And we all know these get piston failures as well, so I shouldn't really open my mouth to the devil. But what a beast. This car, mate, 2020, bring it on. I'm there waiting. You know it, Subaru. You can rip me off against Suttons. I'll be there lining up to get screwed. Anywho. Love you, Subaru. You made my day today. Just fucking darting around the city. Bring on the bumps and all the roadworks, all the new train lines going in. Our roads are fucked. I've got to get my my GoPro that I gave my son and strap it to my chest because he will never give it to me. But you got to see these things on these roads. Absolutely abysmal road conditions, ramps on the road, ridulations, and the car just fucking eats them. I cannot imagine what a Volkswagen or any other Alpha, anything. As I said in a very early video, the reason I bought this car was because of the Hawkeye WRX, and I took it up fucking Albion Street when I was much younger, and it was my ex-wife's boss's car, Chris. It was a black Rexy, and the way it fucking hit the potholes and did not waver. Like, we know, guys, you got to have the forged wheels, right? But the way these things soak up the roads, in all the crashing and stuff like that aside, and rack rattle's another video, but in all its faults, the overall tuning of the suspension is phenomenally well done. I don't know how many years of R&D went from the previous model into this car. It depends how many videos you watch, rarely from Subaru. But, you know, they're doing it now. They're making the 2020, the bullshit updates here. But, you know, the car's had a remarkably good suspension tuning. I mean, I'm beginning to get a bit of body roll at the back and the front as the car softens up. Little bit of body roll, just starting. In saying that, what about these new Michelin tyres that I bet aren't as hard as the Dunlop Sport Max? Okay? So, very, very well done. Bring on the TPMS. 14 minutes. Enjoy.